Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here. First, I'd like to say I figured out how to fix my camera, kind of. Well, it's not lagging and I can actually don't have to stop and wait for it to like fix and stuff. Second, I said I'd do it. Well, here's one of them. I'll do the other two later in the week. But this is my review of my Silvertone SG. That ironically, this Silvertone was made by Samick, and not all Silvertones are. Some are made by different companies, which I think is really an interesting idea. I'm a huge Samick fan, and I always have loved Samick guitars. And when I walked into the store, I was looking. I'd gone to like a couple other stores, and when I sold my car, I got another guitar with it, and I'll do a review of that one later. But I wanted to buy another guitar, and I've been looking for an SG forever, and I put myself a price limit and said, my price limit is $100, and I'll save the rest of my money, which I did. And within that $100, we'll see what I can find. And there was this one guitar. It wasn't an SG. It was like a Strat clone, Ibanez Strat clone, at this retail shop in the next town over from my town. And there was a couple other guitars, or another guitar I want to try there, which was this really weird Explorer. So I picked up my friend, skipped my math final because I knew I was going to fail the class. I'm like, why try? I already had signed up to take it again next semester, so that way it's taken care of. But I skipped my math final, skipped class, and went to get some stress relieved. And we went to the store, and I asked them, like, I'm looking for this guitar. I saw it on Craigslist, and I want to try it out. And they're like, we just sold that yesterday. And I was so sad and so disappointed because, first of all, it was blue, and I love blue guitars. Second of all, it had the Shark Fin Inlays, which I love, and I don't see a lot on clones or cheap guitars. So I was like, fine, whatever, you know, I'll deal. And I'm like, let me try that Explorer. And I tried the Explorer, and it was so bad. They had pictures of it on the Craigslist ad. I'm like, that looks okay. And the pictures did not do it justice. They wanted $100 for this thing, and the bridge was messed up. Someone had actually screwed from the body through the neck and broke the frets on the beautiful maple fretboard it had, which you don't see that often. It was made out of good materials, even though it was an off-brand guitar, and it was such a waste. And I'm like, you know, this is way too much because I know what this guitar needs. The electronics didn't even work. Like, they want $100 for this piece of crap. I'm sorry, I cannot do that. I will do. I was like, I could do $20, and that's it, because it needed at least another 100 to go in it to fix it, which is ridiculous. Coffee. So I said, I'm sorry, I couldn't take it. And there's a guitar shop in my town, and there was this guitar I wanted, which was another Les Paul. And it was an Epiphone special too, but it was weird because it was red, and it had black hardware, and it was made out of actual mahogany. I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to have like a sticker guitar. But there's one in between the two towns, a guitar shop in the middle of nowhere. And I usually don't go in there due to the guy who runs it's kind of stingy on his prices, but he's a really nice guy. It's just he's a businessman, and he usually doesn't have anything I want. And I walk in, me and my friend decide to stop. And I walk in, and the first thing I see is this, just sitting there. And I'm like, that's awesome. And it was priced at $95, which was in my price limit. But the first thing I asked him was, I'm looking for a project guitar. What do you have for damaged guitars, anything? And he gave me this really old Epiphone Strat, which is weird because Epiphone don't make Strats, but they did a long time ago. And it was missing like one part, and it actually worked. And he's like, $40. And I'm like, I'll think about it. And I'm like, I need to try that SG out, because I want an SG so bad. And I tried it, and I fell in love with it. And I'm like, this is amazing. But like all deals, there's always a catch. The pickup selector switch is broken. Well, it does actually still work, and I can choose between at least 2 out of the 3 options. The head of the switch is broken off, so it literally actually almost cuts your finger every time you switch it. So I usually just leave it in one position. But it's such a good copy. It's actually made out of pretty decent material. It's got awesome speed knobs. Pickups are awesome. The neck is perfect. The only thing that's wrong with the tuning knobs could be like improved. They're not the best, but they're not horrible. I've had worse. So, and I'm gonna do a review of it for you guys. Oh, and also it's a bolt-on. So, but that's not horrible. I mean, could be a lot worse. And then I ended up making an offer because he said to make an offer, and I offered him 75. It was marked for 95. And he's like, how about 85? And I said, how about 80 to make him feel like I won? Which I did. He's like, okay, 80. And this is the sound I'm going to give for you guys. First, I'm on the clean, bright channel, and I'm on the bridge pickup with my tone all the way up. Middle position, which is really hard to do because of the way the switch is broken. It's almost impossible to get. There we go. Neck pickup. Switch it to distortion. Bridge pickup. Middle position. If I can get it. There we go. Neck pickup. All around a really good deal for a really cheap price, and I've seen them go around. There was another one that was in worse shape in a shop in town for about $60, but it was in really bad shape. But one of the best clones of a Gibson SG or an Epiphone SG or whatever that I've ever seen, excluding the bolt-on neck and the non-finished back of the neck. It's really good. Plays pretty darn good. For someone who's on a budget, I highly recommend them. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, which is pretty darn good. Well, this is Jack Punkington. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Deadpool for the win, by the way. I'll see you guys later. Peace.